A study made by British Columbia University in Vancouver revealed that Parkinson's disease can be controlled by just focusing our thoughts on producing the amount of dopamine the brain needs to function. It sounds weird, right? I bet you have never considered the fact that your thoughts are capable of healing your body. So, this brings up the question of, how is this possible? Thanks to the placebo effect.
Placebo is a pharmacologically inert substance that is used as a control in medical trials. It is an inactive drug that seems to be a real medical treatment, but it isn't. For you to understand, let's look at an example. Imagine you get really sick, and as you usually do, you go to the doctor. A few days later, you realize that the prescription the doctor gave you isn't making you feel any better. Therefore, you decide to try another medication. And after taking the alternative treatment, you start to get better. However, what if I told you that the pills you took were just sugar without any medical effects? It was actually your brain that convinced your body to heal by itself.
You may think it's impossible to achieve this, so let us explain how it works. The very first step is to accept the suggestion of getting better. Then, believe that the same suggestion is possible, and that's it. You would simply reach the result you were looking for without even thinking of how you got to it. When you deeply focus your thoughts on something, your brain creates a new connection that leads your unconscious mind to actually start living in the present the possible reality you pictured about the future. Let me amplify this with a few true cases.
As we said in the beginning, patients that had been through several episodes of the shakes due to Parkinson's disease increase their levels of dopamine with their thoughts, and so the spastic paralysis disappear.
A woman with chronic depression accomplished to physically transform her brain and change her emotional state into happiness and wellness.
People with acute knee pain that could barely walk miraculously got better after taking a fake knee surgery that they thought was real.
The people of the stories we just told you about were trusting in a substance or solution without medical properties. They thought it was healing them, but the reality was that they were healing by their own. The brain started sending signals to new genes in ways that it has never done before. After that, the body produced new proteins in order to get healthier. This process helps people to change their mindset and the way they live. It's all due to trusting the power of your own mind.
Personally, I have had an experience with the placebo effect. I got an unusual problem in one finger articulation. We didn't know how dangerous this could be, so we attended at a homeopathic pharmacy where they prescribed me 3 bottles with sugar pills in it. I had to take some pills of each bottle according to the daytime specified. Months passed and I got results. As I was a kid, I believed in anything they told me without even analyzing it. I trusted the medicine was doing its job, but it was actually my mind doing it.
Everything we previously mentioned brings up the question of, besides medical purposes, how knowing about the placebo effect could change our lives.
The United States is one of the most important countries in many aspects, and also a great example of how dependent people are from medicines. Nowadays, we're used to ingesting any type of medicine frequently, even though we're conscious of how hazardous this practice can be. Consequently, many people develop dependence on these chemical medications, so taking this alternative may help us to stop intoxicating ourselves with chemicals, which will lead us to start making our body a healing source for itself, and maybe, just maybe, increase our life expectancy.
Well, this phenomenon not just offers medical benefit, but it also gives us the opportunity to modify how our life cycle works. Maybe this last idea sounded like science fiction or like we took it from a fairy tale, but it is not. It is actually true.
By understanding the placebo effect, we could train our mind in order to use it in our favor. Knowing about it means being aware of all the things our brain is capable of and how powerful it can be. Then, Imagine what would happen if we do spiritual practices that could help us to control or master some sort of unknown functions of our brain. According to the epigenetics, if we took advantage of this natural ability, we would even be able to modify genetic information.
This will lead the humanity to an era where we could increase our knowledge, an era where we could manage almost every reaction our body could have. This totally changes the perception of who we are and how we live. Using this powerful tool may lead us to what we consider a new human evolution state.